Just wanted to jump on here and give you a quick real estate market update. It is December and the market remains active. November saw a jump in sales. Typically this time of year slows down for the holidays and doesn't pick up again into the new year. So what gives? What is driving our market? What are causing buyers to stay active? Stick around and I'll tell you about it. Okay, so a couple of the big things that I think are driving the market right now. First being interest rates. Interest rates are amazing. They are still incredibly low. Earlier this year, we saw record low interest rates. Some lenders offering like 1%. That's like free money almost. Since then, they have started to increase again. Today, we are looking closer to 2.5%, give or take one way or the other, depending on the person. Now, that is still a phenomenal interest rate, and there is chatter that those could continue to increase, especially going into 2022. So many buyers are getting out there and trying to get ahead of that, getting a mortgage secured at today's really low rates and finding a home before that increase. Now, number two, I think a lot of people in the market earlier this year, spring, summer, maybe were not successful. It was that busy. It was a seller's market, and many of the good properties were highly competitive, and some people just weren't able to find the right home in time. So some of those buyers carried over into fall and now winter markets, and they're finding it a little less competitive. Inventory is still pretty good, and interest rates again are phenomenal. So I think that is continuing to keep the market active today. Now, another reason I believe activity is increasing is migration. So Alberta, Edmonton specifically, and Alberta have had some pretty good headlines lately. Alberta is leading the country in economic growth in 2021, and that growth is expected to continue into 2022. We are also one of the most affordable major cities in Canada, and that is causing people to migrate from Ontario, British Columbia, to come here to live, because affordability is much higher and they're hoping for a better quality of life, affordable housing, employment, you name it. So if you're a buyer and you're trying to figure out, what should I do? Should I buy now? It's almost Christmas. Should I be shopping for a house right now? Should I wait for the new year? Should I see what's coming in the next spring, summer markets? And the answer is, it depends. So right now, interest rates are better than they're going to be. We can expect whether it's moderate or significant increases in interest rates over coming months. I don't personally know exactly where they're going to be in a few months from now, but I know today they are phenomenal. So if your purchase timeline is within the next 120 days, I would suggest talking to your bank, locking in today's rate so that you can take advantage of today's rate for your purchase. If you're still 3-6 months out for your purchase, maybe it's not necessary to lock that in. Not a bad idea, because you never know what happens. You can lock in today's rate. If they get better, you'll get the better rate. And if they increase and you don't purchase in time, you'll just have to take whatever the rate is at that time. Inventory is great now. Typically, spring, more listings come up. So if you want more to choose from, spring market is by far the better market. However, with spring market comes more buyers. So what we can expect for 2022 is probably more of the same. Recent news report and the Canadian housing forecast calls for continued seller's market in Western Canada, specifically Edmonton and Calgary, continuing into 2022. So if your plan is to wait the winter, wait for spring market, warmer months to make your move, expect higher activity on the buyer side, but also increased activity on the seller side. So if you have a house that you need to sell as well as purchase, it's going to be a great market on the selling side, more competitive on the purchase side. Thanks for listening. I hope that you found this helpful. If you have any questions, always feel free to reach out, and we'll see you on the next one.